Ever seen someone skyrocket to internet fame and then hit the self-destruct button so fast it's like they found a secret Mario Kart shortcut straight to obscurity? Yeah, that's Haley Walsh right now, better known online as the Tuah girl. She went from being the viral queen of the summer to the face of a sketchy crypto coin in what felt like record time. Now she's out here fake crying on her podcast, pretending she still has a career, as if we all forgot she scammed her followers and vanished faster than that refund link she dropped on Twitter. So how did Haley take her 15 minutes of fame, toss it in the microwave, set the whole place on fire, and then stand there acting like nothing's burning? To really get it, we've got to rewind. Back to the moment the internet fell head over heels for a random Southern girl on the street who let out a sound that echoed through TikTok like a chaotic national anthem. That one chaotic meme-worthy moment catapulted her into viral stardom, landing her podcast invites, brand deals, and a full-blown management team faster than you could say meme coin. And honestly, it's almost impressive how quickly she blew up just by saying, "Oh, you got to give him that hawk tuah and spit on that thing." You feel me? But instead of riding that wave and building something sustainable, or at the very least not torching her own reputation, Haley hit fast forward on the influencer downfall checklist and launched her own cryptocurrency. Because apparently, when in doubt, drop a scam coin. At this point, it's practically influencer tradition. So Haley dropped a meme coin that was so shady, it made Fire Festival look like a masterclass in event planning. She swore it was all for the fans, said she'd hand out tokens to people who bought her merch or donated to charity. The plan is to give these coins to my real fans, the ones who buy my merch, watch my podcast, donate to my charity. But in a totally predictable twist, the coin got botted, dumped, and left her supporters broke and scratching their heads. And Haley's response? Complete silence. No apology. No explanation. Not even a lazy notes app post. She ghosted the internet for 4 months straight. Even Do Kwon checked in more often than she did. Then, out of the blue, she staged a dramatic podcast comeback. And by dramatic, I mean she had one sponsor left and needed the tears to count. She sniffled, dodged blame, threw her team under the bus, and then dropped this gem. Coffeezilla got on there. Scary guy, let me tell you. Don't ever want to have a conversation with him. And then, as if nothing had happened, she casually dropped her promo code, like her followers weren't still sitting there staring at empty wallets. It felt like a bizarre mashup of a half-hearted Instagram apology and a Shark Tank pitch gone wrong. But things didn't just stop at cringe. They took a turn for the theatrical. Haley went on a full-blown blame tour, first pointing fingers at her ex-partner Doc Hollywood, then her legal team, then a random friend of a friend. And yes, even the freaking SEC. She even tried to claim she had no clue who was behind the coin, despite being promised $125K up front, another $200K after launch, and 5% of the total token supply. At that point, it's not confusion. It's a signed deal. You're telling me someone offered you nearly $500,000 and a cut of the whole coin, and you still had no idea what was happening? Please. Where do I sign up for that kind of cluelessness? Anyway, enter Coffeezilla, YouTube's very own scam detective. He came in swinging with a video packed with receipts, screenshots, and enough evidence to make a courtroom jealous. Turns out Haley's own lawyer invited Coffeezilla onto her podcast. But when it was time to actually face the music, Haley bailed, said she was too scared. Meanwhile, leaked texts exposed Doc Hollywood admitting that Haley wasn't just involved, she was getting 50% of the profits. Here's his actual quote. "We'll do best to make it as simple as possible. The pre-sale raise is 50-50. Project Haley. Fees for market making and LP is split between us and Haley 50-50. So no, she wasn't just some clueless face of the project. She was the project. That whole I didn't know what was going on routine, yeah, not exactly convincing anymore. But just when you thought it couldn't get messier, her team secretly leaked the so-called comeback episode. And in doing so, they violated a private agreement with FaZe Banks, who had helped film the whole thing. Why leak it? Because the moment the episode went live, the coin's trading volume spiked. And shocker, her team dumped tokens during the surge. FaZe Banks was livid, publicly washed his hands of the whole mess, and basically said, "Y'all are too chaotic. I'm out." So to recap, Haley botched her apology, pulled off another rug pull, and burned a bridge with one of the few creators who still believed in her. Honestly, It's a masterclass in how to torch your career in real time. For a brief second, it actually looked like Haley might face some real consequences. The SEC stepped in to investigate. Fans got hopeful, Twitter held its breath, and then absolutely nothing. Her lawyer ran to TMZ claiming the case had been dropped. No charges, no fines, no accountability. It was like watching someone get pulled over for reckless driving and the cop gives them a gift card. Make it make sense. With the legal cloud seemingly cleared, Haley made one last desperate swing, a podcast episode with KSI. Big creator, massive reach, should have been a slam dunk. But instead of scoring a win, Haley fumbled the whole thing like she was speedrunning her fall from grace. The interview? Painfully awkward. She actually asked KSI if he invented FIFA. No, seriously. So what was the first thing you got known for? FIFA. What is FIFA? It's like a football or soccer video game. You pass the ball and try to score. Oh, did you come up with that? No, I didn't make FIFA. Bruh. That wasn't an interview. That was a car crash in slow motion. And as viewers, we're left wondering how the internet keeps launching people like this to stardom. Even her own fans were roasting the episode, calling it a collab between a microwave and a toaster. And the views? Couldn't even crack 5 digits. For someone who was once the face of viral culture, that's a brutal fall from relevance. Then in a follow-up episode, Haley finally addressed the crypto scandal. Well, kind of. She answered carefully scripted questions like, did you profit off the coin? Do you feel guilty? Would you ever touch crypto again? It all felt painfully staged, like a school play with dramatic pauses, choreographed guilt, and PR-approved buzzwords. And then the real kicker came. The contract states she received $125K upon signing, $200K within 30 days of launch. Oh, interesting. We didn't know that. And 50% of the net proceeds of the project based on mutually agreed tokenomics. We agreed to split 10% of the token supply. She'd get half. So yeah, the whole I was just the face of it defense, it's not holding water. Because at this point it's clear she wasn't just involved. She was profiting heavily. And somehow, despite everything, she's still trying to act like she's the victim. Meanwhile, leaked legal docs confirmed what we all suspected. Haley cashed out big time. Her own lawyer admitted she had a profit-sharing deal locked in. So the whole setup? Solid. Profitable. Fully planned. The only thing missing? Accountability. And that gap? Just as wide as the one in her credibility. Now she's claiming the money's all gone. Poof. Vanished into PR firms, legal bills, therapy sessions, and iced lattes. But when asked for actual figures, suddenly she's got amnesia. It's the classic influencer playbook. Cry broke, dodge the math, and hope the internet gets distracted by the next scandal. So, did you earn anything from the coin? Well, technically, no, it wasn't from the coin. I was just paid a marketing fee. That's all. Not a single dime from the coin itself. Sure, Jan. And then came the wildest justification yet. Haley compared her role in promoting the coin to celebrities like Paris Hilton slapping their name on perfume, as if scamming fans is the same thing as launching a Y2K body spray. That's like rear-ending someone and saying, don't blame me, Elon Musk didn't install my brakes. It's influencer logic on steroids. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, she said she actually had a refund link on Twitter, but oops, she lost access to her account. A class action firm reached out and I agreed to set something up. It was all on my Twitter at Haley WelchX, but I don't have control over that account anymore. In 2025, when password resets are literally one tap away, you're telling me you couldn't recover your Twitter account, but you could book a podcast to talk about sloppy toppy with Chanel West Coast? Girl, ever since I saw your viral clip, I swear I can't even give a BL without picturing your face. Oh my God. Exactly. And somehow through all this, Haley's still pushing out podcast episodes. But the numbers, they're tanking. Dislikes are climbing, comments are brutal, and the only ones still watching are there for the train wreck. At this point, she's not reviving her career. She's just doing CPR on a corpse. Because that's the thing with viral fame. It gives you a platform fast and takes it away even faster. From queen of TikTok to crypto catastrophe in 3 months flat. What's really sad is how hard she's still pretending it's all fine. Like we can't see the fans have dipped, the clout has dried up, and the story's already become a case study in how not to handle internet fame. We've seen this movie before. People who go viral off a single soundbite, then faceplant trying to build a brand out of it. But Haley, She could have made it work. She could have been honest, owned up, pivoted. Instead, she chose to gaslight, vanish, fake a comeback, and torch every opportunity on the way out. Now her podcast views are so low, you'd think the upload was still on private. But hey, let's hear from you in the comments. Think she's got a shot at redemption? Or is this just another influencer learning the hard way that virality fades, but bad decisions stick around forever? Until next time, just remember, you can hawk Tuah your way into the spotlight, but karma doesn't miss. Peace.